What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. And today I'm coming back at you with another quick unboxing video. We're checking out a few of Kizer's new drops for January 2025. They're coming out the gate swinging this year with a brand new drop this month. This time here, we're going to be checking out the Mini Mystic, right? Paul Munko design. I don't think I've checked out the OG regular size Mystic yet. This particular one is 154 cm blade, PEI, and micarta handles with the clutch lock, so that should be pretty sweet. On the previous upload, we looked at the Mini Momo, right? Brand new, smaller size here for the OG Momo, and we also looked at the budget, full size or regular size Momo with G10 handles and 14C28N steel. So check out that upload for more details, and of course we'll be doing some size comparisons in a moment. Of course all these knives will be linked down below if you're interested in checking prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff. Definitely check those links in the description and also in the pinned comments. So we got the knife here. Of course, we got some additional hardware as per usual here with Kizer. That's always welcome. Wiping cloth, and we got a sticker as well, so typical stuff there. Of course, we got the silica gel this time inside with the knife, so that's interesting. So we're gonna open up this bad boy here. Boom, bam. Here we go, right? The Mini Mystic, right? So again, I haven't gotten a chance to check out the full Mystic before. So from what I understand, obviously this is a smaller version of the regular size Mystic. We have the burlap micarta going on here, which, to be honest, to be fair, I mean, some of you guys may like burlap micarta. I personally am not necessarily a huge fan of burlap micarta. I do like Ultim, or in other words, PEI handles, right? This one has a very similar milling going on, very grippy diagonal lines. You can hear it there a little bit. So yeah, that is nice. Nice little pop there of accent towards the front in the bolster, if you would. We can actually see the Omega springs, right? Since PEI is a see-through material. There's even a burlap micarta sort of ring as well in there, which is really interesting. Let me give you guys a close-up. There we go. Right, take a look at that. There's a micro milling on the PEI, burlap micarta, pivot color there going on. Omega springs, the rest of the handle here, big hardware. So it is 2025, folks, right? A lot of companies are getting the hint that we like bigger hardware instead of that tiny T6 nonsense concept. So yeah, it's about time to, you know, it's a great time to be an EDC enthusiast, right? Companies are listening to what we want, giving us what we want. And so this guy's a crossbar lock, and it looks like we have thumb stud deployment here. So on both sides. So let's go ahead and get this guy open. Bam! All right, very, very snappy open there, to say the least. Looking at the blade here, we got a very interesting harpoon drop point. Is that what we're calling it? Harpoon drop point, Munko design. 154 cm steel, flat grind, right? Kind of like a black stone wash finish. Not a ton of oil on this blade, which is good. All right, give it a nice little wipe there. All right, got a little bit of billboarding here on this side, and just a simple lettering for Kizer on the show side, but not much else in the billboarding department. So let's check out the close here. Oh man, that clutch lock is good. All right, boom, right, obviously it's brand new, not even broken in yet. Oh man, that action is smooth. Now, I check out a lot of crossbar locks because nowadays, everybody and their grandmas, if you're a knife company, I'm sure you're probably making a crossbar lock of some sort. Originated with the Access lock from Benchmade. Their patent expired. Now every company can make their own version. They just can't call it the Access lock. They have to call it something else. So we refer to it as a crossbar lock here across the knife community. And so the clutch lock from Kizer, what's unique though, is obviously you have the ability to adjust, right? If you take a look at the, pretty sure we can see it here with this zoom in, right? There should be some dots here, right, that allow you to adjust. There we go. Maybe if I bring some light into the equation, right, you can actually see those right in there on both sides. So it allows you to choose the adjustment on the Omega springs, how tight, how loose you want them. So that is the clutch lock from Kizer, which is, you know, pretty neat concept, honestly. I mean, this one is actually tuned pretty good. You don't have to put a ton of effort to disengage and engage, right? Obviously, it's going to be on ball bearings, which is nice. The camera kind of goes a little crazy there when I do the zoom out. There we go. Now we're nice in a line again. All right, thumb deployment is nice, of course. The reverse flick there, really good. Boom, right. Not even putting that much effort. I'm getting I'm getting it to deploy there. Look at that. That is nice and snappy. We got milling on the inside as well for weight reduction. That's interesting. And we do have a deep pocket carry clip. This is sort of like the standard clip here from Kizer, pretty much. Butterfingers. So, my apologies if you're wearing headphones. Deep pocket carry clip, which is also reversible. So it is an ambidextrous knife after all with a crossbar lock. So that is good. And you can reverse that pocket clip if you're a lefty. So lefties out there, rejoice. We have a micarta backspacer with a lanyard solution here in the corner. Just also nice and interesting, right? Steel liners all blacked out on the inside, right? Looking pretty good, right? Ergonomically speaking, even, in this mini version, I'm able to get a full purchase here, right? Average size hands, not the biggest of hands or the smallest of hands. I'm able to get a full purchase here, right? No, don't necessarily have a forward choke spot. I guess you could make it work on a pinch if you wanted to, but that is not necessarily what I think that sharpening choke is for. But you do have a good plunge grind there for sharpening, so you're not going to get a smile anytime soon, which is good. And you do have a little bit of jimping here on the blade. Also have this sort of curvature right here, which is perfect for resting your thumb like that. That's really nice. And yeah, you can get to work on this thing. It is a very slicey grind there, to say the least. Looking really, really nice with some great action. Man, this is sweet. So let's do some quick size comparisons on this bad boy, just to give you a ballpark. Again, kind of keep it in that January drop here. The new budget Militaw on top. Did I say Militaw? No, I meant to say Momo. Here is the mini Momo. I'll show you the Militaw in a moment, right? But here we go, right? Big size, big guy, by the way. I mean, if you like big knives, check out the Momo. Now more affordable than ever before, right? If you like the design, the profile of the Momo, you want to get something a little bit smaller, the mini Momo now definitely will scratch that itch, no doubt. Again, separate unboxing video for these guys in the channel. If you want to look into those, you absolutely can. Let's do some of the usual suspects here. There is your Yojimbo 2, your Manix 2, right? Those are going to look pretty comparable. The mini Mystic being a tad bit smaller. And honestly, for being a mini, right, it actually looks pretty medium to large size, right? Very close to these other guys. All right, there we go. Demko AD 20.5, the new Stealth Shark Cub, right? It's a little bit bigger than the AD 20.5, obviously bigger than the Shark Cub as well. All right, this time for sure, there's the Militaw right there, and the Civivi Vision FG. So it's a little bit shorter than those two. Very recommendable budget EDC knives, by the way. And last but not least, there is the CJRB Acacia. This one's pretty new as well. Very affordable, as a matter of fact. And the Vosteed Raccoon. Can't go wrong with either one of those as well. Hopefully you own at least one, if not a few, of those different knives there yourself. That's kind of the idea, right? But yeah, definitely very interesting design overall, right? Really digging this little switch right here. The harpoon overall, kind of tying it all in, looking pretty good, right? That little spot there for your thumb, looking pretty nice. The action is epic, right? Very effortless. You gotta love the clutch lock from Kizer. They know how to make it crossbar lock, right? I have checked out many of their different crossbar, aka clutch bar lock here, and in the past, and they're all so sweet. Let's of course do a very scientific cutting test here. I got a piece of paper or textbook page and a piece of cardboard, right? So we'll see how this guy does. Again, we said this was 154 cm steel, so here we go. You're definitely slicing through that paper very easily, and very effortless as well, right? You do also have a pretty long cutting path here, which is nice. Always check your local laws to see what length knife you can carry, but yeah, this thing is making work of this paper there like nobody's business. All right, got a piece of cardboard here, single wall cardboard. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular but at an angle, and it's gonna look something like this. Boom, right? Bam. Yeah, definitely gonna cut here without an issue. Flat grind, one of the sliciest grinds you can have on a knife. Right, cutting through that cardboard there. Whoops, butterfingers. Right, cutting through that cardboard there pretty effortlessly, right? Yeah, definitely pretty sharp. I can feel that as I'm going through the cuts. But you guys rate it in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp is this guy, right? How sharp is it out of the box? Of course, 10 being the sharpest. You guys let me know in the comments. Now, there are different variants to this guy, right? So the burlap micarta is not the only option. I believe there are some G10 options out there, some other colors available that you can definitely check out. Again, this guy will be linked down below. So if you want to learn more, prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff. They absolutely can. Matter of fact, I have it handy right here. So it looks like you do have the Mini Mystic also in, all of these are going to be, well, actually, this particular one is in 154 cm, right? That is this guy right there. And that one's going to be $79.99, right, with the PEI and burlap micarta. There's also another option here with Nitro V, and it has aluminum and burlap, so you could kind of trade the PEI for actual, kind of like a gold aluminum. And last but not least, there's this other guy here, a little bit more monochrome. It's going to be the Mini Mystic Nitro V acrylic and aluminum. This one's going to be $75.99. Both of those $75.99. This one is a pricier one at $79.99. But again, under $100, right? Definitely in that budget category, under $100. Good action here, right? Definitely, that's going to be very enjoyable. This was just an unboxing and overview, first impressions video. This is not a review in any way, shape, or form, by the way. So I will be carrying this guy. I will be gathering my thoughts and feedback so I can share a comprehensive review here with you guys in the very near future. My apologies, my voice sounds like crap because I'm currently going through a cold right now that I am fighting as we speak. So hopefully that will go away here sometime in the very near future. So that is hopefully the goal. I'll give you a little zoom in there, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you like this type of content, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing. I promise you'll be worth coming back for more. I make this type of content all day, every day. And shout out to Concept. And shout out to Kizer for sending this one in for me to check out. Shout out to my Patreon subscribers for supporting what I do. You guys can support the channel on Patreon or right here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You'll get access to exclusive perks. If you like card content, check out my card channel right there. The video for the new Momo and Mini Momo are going to be right here on the left. Check out this other Kizer right here on the right, guys. Thank you for sticking with me here until the end. Love and appreciate every single one of you. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll catch you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.